Being Lakota is it's being proud of who you are. It's being a good friend. It means that you're going to share the teachings that you were taught from your family. It's almost like a responsibility. Be a good relative. But it's a challenge.
If you want to completely subjugate and oppress another society, one of the first things that you do is you control their food. Beginning with the mass slaughter of the buffalo, about $2 trillion worth of wealth has been extracted from our people. We still tried to maintain some of our hunting practices, but we were still dependent on treaty rations. Food and the access to our treaty rations was used as a means of control. In order for us to regain our power, we have to regain our food.
The current state of the food system here is that there are really only 3 main grocery stores here on the reservation. The community members there have to make round trips of 20 to 40 miles just to get to a convenience store or a grocery store. The produce that you find isn't the best quality. People also live in multi-family households. They're more concerned with quantity versus quality. And so a lot of times people are having to get whatever they can on their budget. And unfortunately, what's cheapest right now is a lot of processed foods. Traditionally, Lakota people weren't known for being farmers. We were known for being hunters and gatherers. I would say that we are making farming a new tradition for us. So our 7-gen plan is how we see everything playing out in the next 7 generations. And how do we prepare for that? How does our food look? Where's it coming from?
The concept of 7-gen is ancient, referring back to the genius of many indigenous populations, that they were always thinking about the future. 7-gen is one of those concepts that really have the potential to create the kind of environment, the thinking, and the hope that our communities need.
Because we started with food first, it was really easy for us in terms of planning for the first generation, which is the next 30 years. The Sicangu Food Starve Initiative is meant to help our community members learn how to grow, produce, harvest, and prepare their own foods. We're working with some new entrepreneurs who are part of our Beginning Farmer and Rancher Development Program, who are really interested in starting their own business. Passing down this information has to start with our youth. So we're always really excited to get youth up in the garden area and teach them how to grow their own food, how to harvest it.
The garden is a place for gathering and for teaching. We also have a geodesic, geothermal greenhouse.
We were able to grow some of these exotic foods that we would normally have to get shipped in from other countries and other parts of the United States. And so for us, this is just a way to reclaim some of that system that we aren't normally a part of. And what we're trying to do now also is adding the regenerative piece to it and making sure that we're not putting chemicals into the ground. We're always really trying to leave the land better than how we found it. Food is medicine. And so we are really trying to change people's mindsets and perspective around food and really trying to build that connection with food again. It's really supposed to feed your soul, your emotional health, your spiritual health. That concept is what we chose ani. So it's like all-encompassing health.
Our vision to create a sustainable, regenerative, culturally appropriate food system for our people in the region by growing our own food, by embracing regenerative agricultural practices, by bringing buffalo back. Those are the kinds of solutions that the entire planet needs. And if we can do it here, in the 3rd poorest county in the entire United States, we can for sure do it anywhere in North America. And I believe that we can do it anywhere in the world.
So in 2050, I really see a lot of housing projects. I can see more people doing buffalo harvest. I can see schools having community gardens and greenhouses. The orchard that we had planned really blooming and blossoming. Grandkids working with their grandmothers and preparing a meal for the family. I would probably be cooking with indigenous ingredients. In the year 2050, I see my people being food sovereign, being happy, being healthy, being good relatives.
Being Lakota is it's being a good friend. It's being proud of who you are. Be a good relative.